screw put in and tightened.
Hey, this is Mike with Door and Lock Tips again. And it wouldn't be complete without mentioning an electronic lock that I have dealt with over the years. Now, it's frustrating and it's happiness all in the same video. So this particular specimen, I'll call it, the CO200 by Schlage, was a great lock. Over the years, they've had many handle iterations and applications of how they attach to the main part of the lock, and that was where it got tricky. So they made several handles, and I had happiness for a while. I mean, true happiness. But then they made other handles for the same lock. And so in a facility over the period of 5 years, we had at least 5 different kinds of handles, and then we had tailpieces for the cylinder. There must have been at least, I think there are at least 6 different kinds of tailpieces.
CO200. And here, see, you remove the core that way, Peter. And then on the back side is the battery pack.
I love this lock. I mean, really, it's rock solid. This right there, that picture, if you don't engage the main spring cage body with the latch, you'd had big issues. But over the years, I had so many applications I could use this lock for. This was a gate application. I made up some aluminum, super heavy-duty gate plates. And so we're out in the middle of the rain, down in Florida, and this gate never failed. Rock solid. I won't say waterproof, but you know, they sprayed this building down. So they needed a application where they had an electronic lock on one side, panic on the other, you know, all kinds of issues with codes. And this thing came through like a champ. I never had a callback on this lock. Of course, I spent many hours and made up these huge aluminum plates with some actual plastic from Home Depot. I bought some plastic planking for decking, and by the time it was all over, it was looked like $1 million. But CO200, boy, what a lock. Schlage really nailed it on this lock. I mean, they replaced all the Cabas and all those other types of locks in the hospital with the CO200. I couldn't really think of an application where it wouldn't fit in, but it's not card access. Here's another gate. Of course, this was a chain link fence gate. Now, they asked me to install a CO200, Schlage CO200, on this chain link fence. And they wanted it so no one could tamper with the lock. What a request, really. But I pulled it off with the CO200, took a lot of measurements, and gave it I'm going to give this an A. It came through again with flying colors. Here's this handle issue again. The handles. What do I say about the handles? I would like to say they improved it perfectly, but notice the thinner handle now. Now, with the thinner handle, and they made the let's call that the arbor where it engaged. They made that heavy, and the handle's thin. So These designers, these guys that are, behind the scenes developing this stuff, they just don't realize all the trouble they put us through. If they just had come up with a really good idea in the beginning. See the difference there, the thin and the thick? Troublesome. But all in all, great lock.
It does wiggle some, but the tailpiece is definitely not engaging, but it's in there, won't fall out.
So now let's discuss the tailpieces. Like I say, there's 6 different kinds of tailpieces for this particular cylinder. We were using a large Foreman IC core Yale cylinder. And there's one of them there. Now, these weren't cheap. $50. Nope, there's the other one. Another idea they came up with. So $50 a piece. And we found a workaround, though. If you buy the Schlage commercial cylindrical lock for Yale, they had a tailpiece in there. If you bought that from their parts book, that way, it was cheaper. Don't tell anybody. It's our secret. Now, installation was easily done if you bought the right jig. So notice those close holes in steel. You had to have the major manufacturing company come to our rescue. Thank you, Major. They have all the different templates made out of hard. I think it's 606 T6 aluminum with hardened inserts. And boy, I used that. I mean, every job, even if the factory prepped up a door just for the CO200, it was never right. So I'd re-prep the door with the major manufacturing prep. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please push the like button and subscribe. We need your help for many more videos like this CO200 electronic lock. Thank you so much.